Good morning. I was going through all the different changes that I've noticed that people have informed me of just from within the family, within the Revolution Washington family. And some of our medical care heroes that have been literally saving lives their whole life have told me about the drastic cuts, hospitals closing, people getting kicked off Medicare, people that they used to take care of just not getting anything anymore, and things are starting to force people to make drastic changes, and what I keep trying to encourage, which I was wonderfully happy to hear about in Texas. Doctors are finding they're developing groups, like their own little network. They're charging a subscription service, essentially, say $5,000 is one example I heard, for the year. And it's everything preventative that you can possibly need. So doctors are literally selling a subscription service per year, per patient. Take note, anyone in the medical profession, this is the way to combat what's going on. So I think with American ingenuity and the things that we can do and that we are capable of, we can shift when necessary to solve the problems we have to solve. And I know it's scary, and I know it takes some figuring shit out, and it's until this problem gets solved, which it will. I am very confident that it will. Yes, they've done this in other countries. Excuse me. Yes, it has taken hold in other countries. We've got all different examples we can look at. But the one thing that we have that they don't have is we are America. We're built different. Our citizens are built different. And even though we have found out through this process, there's way too many of us that are so willingly ignorant to facts that it's disturbing, because otherwise there are people I would think would care a little bit deeper about stuff like some of this. And I don't know why they don't, but it's time for solutions. It's time for all of us to stand up. And when you have doctors in Texas that are basically putting together these programs, it gives me hope that this could be a nationwide thing, because I know doctors are getting fed up with it too. Doctors get, and I hate to say this because of the medical situation I'm in, but because of all these regulatory things, even as wonderful as Obamacare was supposed to be, universal health care and everything else, it was about them losing money and having to work much harder. Well, the silver lining in this is the doctors, that was at least guaranteeing them work. Now they have to scramble because their hospitals are closing. They're losing that extra money that they bitched about so much. So, yeah, doctors, step up. Step up. We need you. But do what they're doing down in Texas. Start a subscription service, $5,000 a year, not counting any emergency stuff. Any emergency stuff is over and beyond. Maybe private hospitals, maybe people with a whole bunch of money, instead of donating to some big orange freaking turd, buy yourself a hospital and lease space for people. Meet them at the shitty rules that they're giving us. Beat them there. Beat them with their own rules. That's what we need to do. That's what American ingenuity is all about. That's what made us great in the first place, and that's what it'll make us great again. It's nothing to do with an orange turd in office and red hats and gold shoes. It has to do with unity and ingenuity, and everybody looking at each other in this country and say, you know what? We will overcome. We will rise from the ashes that this turd burnt to the ground, because that is what we do. Right, Doug? Even Doug says so. Stand strong, ladies and gentlemen, and do not give up, no matter how scary it looks. Because the sun will always rise. We will always be America. Well, we'll get there again.